In the last 48 hours, you have likely seen headlines suggesting the United States is dialing down its focus on China. Some reports even claim the new national defense strategy takes a softer tone toward Beijing. But if you look at the actual text of the unclassified document released by the Department of War, the reality is far more sophisticated. If you value data over drama, subscribe and join our community of analysts. We are on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers by mid-February to prove that factual, actionable intelligence still has a place on this platform. Hit that like button to help this briefing reach the right people, and comment below with your take on today's assessment. Do not miss the next briefing. Subscribe now. The 2026 strategy is not a retreat. Let's be very clear. The 2026 National Defense Strategy explicitly defines China as the most powerful state challenger the United States has faced in over 100 years. It acknowledges a historic military buildup that is reshaping the Indo-Pacific. This is the world's largest and most dynamic market area. The Department of War is clear-eyed. If any nation dominates this region, they can effectively veto American access to the global economy. So, why the headlines about a softer tone? Well, it comes down to a pivot from confrontation to deterrence. This isn't just a slogan. This is a tactical directive to build a strong denial defense along the first island chain. Deterrence by denial means making the cost of aggression so high and the chance of success so low that a conflict is never attempted in the first place. The department is not trying to strangle or humiliate China. Instead, it seeks to set the military conditions for a balance of power that allows everyone to enjoy what President Trump calls a decent peace. This strategy hinges on a new division of labor. The U.S. will prioritize the homeland and the Indo-Pacific, but it expects allies to step up significantly. The NDS points to a new global standard of 5% of GDP for defense spending. In Europe, NATO allies are expected to take primary responsibility for conventional defense against Russia. The document describes this as a manageable threat. This is about ending the era of U.S. subsidies and moving toward model allies who carry their own weight. Finally, none of this works without line of effort 4. Supercharge the U.S. defense industrial base. The strategy calls for a once-in-a-century revival of American industry. We're talking about reshoring strategic manufacturing and adopting artificial intelligence to ensure the United States can produce munitions and systems at scale during a crisis. This industrial mobilization is the sword and shield that backs up the president's diplomacy. The 2026 National Defense Strategy is a blueprint for a world where the United States does not seek to be the world's policeman, but remains its most formidable guardian. It acknowledges that wishing for peace is not the same as bringing it about. By prioritizing the homeland, deterring China through a strong denial defense, and rebuilding our industrial base, the department is positioning the nation for a noble and proud peace, one that is maintained through undeniable strength. But what does this mean for U.S. borders? In future episodes, we will look at how the military is being integrated into Homeland Security to defend what the document calls key terrain from the Arctic to the Panama Canal.